Hi guys, welcome to the channel. On today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my recipe for this body butter that I use for my kids and myself. This video is long overdue. I promised in one of my videos on how I take care of my kids' skin a few years back that I was going to make this video, so it's long overdue, but better late than never. So I'm going to be sharing this recipe with you. They are just made with random things you can find around your house, or you can easily buy them and use them. Okay, let's get to the video immediately. I will leave the list of all the ingredients I used in the description box. I got all of them from Amazon. I'll also leave the link if you want to purchase them. So for this particular quantity I'm making, I'll be using 400 grams of shea butter. Feel free to do any measurement that you want depending on the quantity that you want to achieve. Also, I'll be using 300 grams of coconut oil. This shea butter, you have to bring it to a boil. I put it in glassware and I heated it up in the pot with water. You can see that. Okay, you just leave it to boil for a few minutes until it is completely melted. I have to be stirring it also to make sure it melts completely. I highly recommend that if you intend to make this body butter for sale, you should have separate utensils that you would use to make this body butter. Even if you're making it for yourself, I also recommend that you properly sterilize the utensils you're using so that you don't mix up ingredients from food to the body butter, if this makes sense. So right now the shea butter is completely melted. You can see I'm going to bring it out from this fire and I'll set it aside. Next, I'll add the coconut oil. This is supposed to be liquid, but because of the temperature of the UK, it's now solid. So I don't want to boil the coconut oil. I added it to the warm shea butter, and I'll now cover it up and leave it in the refrigerator to cool down completely. Okay, this step is very important because it's going to help us to whip properly. So I'm wrapping it up once again. The reason why I'm wrapping it up is because I don't want it to be contaminated. You know, the fridge has lots of food, and I don't want food to mix up with it. You have to be very careful. Okay, now this is after about 2 hours. Trust me, I have reasons to think that I left it in the fridge for a longer time, especially because the temperature of this country is colder. So have that in mind when you're putting yours in the refrigerator. The next step will be to whip the cream completely. This is a very important step because this is going to give us the consistency that makes the body butter, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you have to whip every single part of it gently and carefully. You can see that the bowl was even like slippery and moving around, so I had to just hold on to it and do this carefully. At this point it's looking good, and but still more work to be done. So I used this spatula to help it out and bring out all the parts of the cream that is yet to be whipped, and I continued mixing. Guys, you have to be patient with the mixing because that's actually the important part. Mix it, just mix that cream, mix it. After whipping it for some time, I started adding the other ingredients. I added the sweet almond oil. This will also depend on your preference and how much almond oil you want in your body butter. I wanted more coconut oil than almond oil in my body butter, so I put about 4 or 5 drops. Yeah, then the jojoba oil. Correct me in the comments if I didn't pronounce it correctly. So I added about 3 drops of this oil to it. Also, depending on your preference. Okay, this oil is also very good for hair. So depending on your preference. And for this vitamin E, I simply put a drop of it vitamin E is not the basic thing for me here, so it's the last and the least ingredient in this body butter. Now that all the ingredients have gone in, I'm going to now do the final mixing, which will now give me the final consistency and texture that I need. Whipping is very important for the consistency of this body butter. So just take your time and whip the body butter. You can't whip it enough, okay? Also, your hand mixer or whatever mixing equipped device you're using should also be sterilized, because it could also contaminate the cream. And the reason why you want to keep this cream as sterile as possible is that if it's going to stay for a while, you might have mold begin to grow in it because the equipment used were not sterile enough. At this point, you can tell that the cream is beginning to take the shape that you want. You can see that it's no longer sticking to the mixer, it's no longer sticking on the plate. Every part of it has been whipped thoroughly. So, fair enough, our body butter is ready. You can hear my daughter's voice in the background. Blow her some kisses. Blow her some kisses. She wouldn't leave my side, and I have to do this voiceover and get this video uploaded as soon as possible. I'll be using this 500 ml container I got from Pep & Co to store the cream this time around. So I put it gradually. I have to pause this video and encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel at this point. If you've watched to this point and you've not subscribed to my channel, kindly subscribe to my channel. I share content on motherhood, lifestyle in the UK, skincare, and all that good stuff. So you can see that these ingredients gave me 500 ml, and I have a few more remaining that I stored in a small container that I have. You can see how beautiful it looks. Firstly, look at that shine. Winter has got nothing on my children. I wish I was able to leave this video so you can hear why he's giggling and all. He said the cream, like I should massage his back with it and all, that he loves the way it makes him feel. It's tickling him the way I'm massaging his body. Okay, so you can see that this is the recipe that works for my family, and I'm sure it will work for your kids as well. Clean skin and no dryness at all. So guys, let me know in the comments if you'll be trying this out. Please subscribe to my channel, share this video, help me share this video, and leave any comments, any other questions you want in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to answer. Bye guys.